So you're all aware that the US boycotted the G20 summit in South Africa, but I've come across a considerate amount of news outlets or news videos online saying or basically framing the US or blaming the US for rejecting this G20's agenda, Africa's agenda. And I'm just like, why?
Type.
Was this a political statement or a selfish betrayal? South Africa's G20 priorities were simple: debt relief for poor countries, climate finance from rich countries, and support for a clean energy transition. But the US has a whole different perspective or reasons for doing this, right? The Trump administration said that they want to put America first. I don't know where they said it, I just said it for effect. But they rejected the agenda, arguing these commitments were too costly and didn't align with their domestic fossil fuel and economic priority. The US also cited political reasons using discredited claims such as the white genocide that we're all tired of. But the US used all of these reasons as an official reason why they boycotted and that they wanted no consensus declaration. South Africa and the Global South said that we face a climate emergency, no doubt, but we didn't even cause, and our crippling debt prevents us from solving it. They see the US opposition as ignoring a moral responsibility. I'm just like, who gets to decide that? Then the other G20 nations, despite the US absence, the United States' absence, adopted the declaration, calling it a victory for multilateralism and the developing world. But now you're probably asking yourself, who's the bad guy? Is it South Africa or is it the US? Most of you are probably going to be inclined to believe that the US is, because, how can they do that? Are they selfish? Are they against Africa's growth? But our news frames the US as against helping developing nations get better. And the US is probably, based on what I've come across, the US, I'm not in the US, but the US is probably also framing South Africa as a nation that is not good, or a nation that you wouldn't want to involve yourself in. You know what I'm talking about, because of the persecution of white farmers. But I feel like the real question is, why do they want to program us against each other like this? You know what I'm saying? What is their end goal? Like I said, do they want us to blame someone later in the future? Do they want us to blame a nation for our own destruction, basically? You know what I'm saying? Why do we always gotta rely on these outside forces? Who do you see as the bad guy, if there is a bad guy? You know what I'm saying? Comment down below, share what you think.